Hi there and welcome to a new video. In this one, I'm gonna be talking about something that Unity 6 has, okay, and Godot 4.5 doesn't, but not specifically about engine features, but when we are talking about AI, okay, when we are talking or referring to the AI era in which we are right now, okay. So this is a topic that we have already discussed. Maybe you already know some things about that. So first of all, I want to super quickly go over the main thing over here, if you're not really into it yet, which is that AIs are trained on data. So the more data there is about a topic, about anything, the better the answer is gonna be. So let me actually do this graph super simple. So basically, the more data there is, the better, let's say, and the less data, the worse, okay? Because how this AI, let's say, works in general terms is that, okay, they are loaded in with millions of data sets, okay, into the AI. They are trained with all that data, and with all that data, they provide a certain output, okay? And what happens that, let's say that this is all the game development data right now, and let's say that maybe 70%, or let's be conservative and let's say that, okay, 60% is Unity. Let's say that, I don't know, maybe 20% is Godot, and the other 20 is Unreal. I know this is not official data, it's just an approximate. But of course, if you have three times more data about Unity than Godot, the output that the AI is gonna be able to give is gonna be way better. Of course, this is changing over time. There is more people using and switching actually to Godot, but it will actually take a lot of years, a lot of months from people, from Godot developers to take way more space, okay? So that's something that we have to know. We are taking a look at the data sets that we have right now. Maybe in 3, 4, 5, 10 years, the new industry standard is Godot, but right now you should already know that the industry standard right now by far is Unity, okay? We can take, I know that probably you have seen that circular graph from GMTK. Let's actually look for it over here. It's something like that, graph engines, that you see that even more people are using Godot, okay? So as you can see, no, I don't know. Let me actually, this is 2024. Okay, I don't know if it's already been the 2025 one. So here we have it, okay, 2025. So you can see here, okay, you can say, okay, 39% Godot, 41% Unity, so mostly the same thing. That's really amazing. But once again, this is one specific game jam. It is, let's say, just 10,000 games. It is still a lot. But once again, it's a very specific segment, okay? If we compared it to industry, okay, with every single game that has been created or, for example, published on Steam, Unity would be way higher, okay? And this is the current situation. But if we look back to when all these models have been trained, I don't know, 2024, or actually, for example, 2023, okay, the number of people using Unity, as you can see, was way bigger, okay? Of course, as you can see, as time went by, Godot is taking more and more space, okay? Overall, as you can see here, it was 37% 2024, 2025 is 39%, and it basically got super close to Unity. But once again, this is one super specific, let's say, experiment, one super specific data set, and these models are not trained on 2025 data or 2024 data. They are more trained on 2023, 2022 data itself. And you can just verify this by asking Godot 4 questions, and you will see that the AI has literally no idea of what you are talking about. So that's the first thing that you have to know, because if not, the next points are not really gonna make much sense. Because the actual focus of this video is on AI plugins, on AI pilots, okay, well, not pilots or engines themselves, but tools that you can directly integrate into the engines. Because one of the main things about Godot is that you have no official solution that you can integrate inside Godot and automatically execute changes on your Godot project. So let me show you this. This video is not sponsored by any of these brands or anything that I'm gonna mention, by the way. So this is the Semba Game Dev Assistant. So it's, let's say, a ChatGPT integrated inside of Godot. that can automatically execute actions inside of your game. So for example, here this person is writing a prompt, and the cool thing is that you can press buttons, okay, and it basically creates the scripts and the scenes for you, so you don't have to be copying and pasting stuff, following instructions. You just press apply all or the different one-click action buttons, and everything is done. That's pretty good, okay, it's pretty amazing, okay. But well, it's not like an official solution or an official plugin. It's from an external private company, basically. So I just wanted to point that out, okay. As far as we have been testing it in the channel, it's pretty good itself. It's pretty interesting how it works. It's I believe the best option that is easy to integrate, because I know there are other Godot AI plugins or solutions or agents or whatever it is, but I didn't really found one that you say, oh, this is amazing. Okay, you still have like maybe some AI assistants, some stuff that you can to use. I know we have, it's a plugin for Godot Engine, it's reasonable AI provider, so they sometimes integrate, for example, ChatGPT inside of here with their own API key. But once again, they are kind of, let's say, complex sometimes to set them up. You require a lot of knowledge, or just the output that you have is not the best one. And once again, for example, I believe that this one doesn't have a way for you as the one from Semba has, to just click a button and apply all the changes. Because to do that, you can just go to ChatGPT, ask it to do whatever it is, copy the script or follow the instructions, and that would be all. So the key thing here is that there is no kind of official AI from Godot or something that directly integrates into your project as the game dev assistant. Here is something that you have inside of Godot. You press apply changes and you have everything there. Whereas in Unity, we do have official solutions. We have Unity Muse, for example, that if we check it out, you'll see that it's pretty complete. It's still under development, okay? So it's not kind of perfect, but it's still something that you can integrate inside of your engine. Well, it's actually now being replaced with Unity AI, but it's basically the same thing. Basically a chat that you have that can generate textures, sprites. It can do basically everything. So let me actually go over here. So for example, here they had, let me actually show you this video from scratch. They had here a timeline, okay? And they had that timeline, and they can ask this AI to do whatever you want. You can attach the items and tell, okay, how can I slow down this animation? And it will tell you how to do it. It will even implement. So this is what it's actually pretty interesting, okay? So it will basically tell you what to do, okay? And you can even directly apply these changes or actually help you do it very easily. So not only can you write code, but actually modify assets. Okay, so for example, here it's telling it to set the intensity of all the lights, and it should actually modify these assets, okay? So you have that run button that you've seen, and it has automatically applied the changes. Right now, nothing like that exists in Godot. So once again, you can directly debug console errors. You don't have to be copying, pasting, taking a screenshot, anything like this. Of course, these tools are under development. For the fall, they are, let's say, not super cheap. Actually, I believe we should be able to find the prices over here. But actually this is Unity Engine, so I don't know if this is under services or under tools. Let me actually check. Here it says, during the Unity 6.2 beta, because this was introduced in the new 6.2 data, which was in mid-August, so it was something like September, October, so something like 2 months ago. As you can see, it's free for all users. When Unity 6.2 enters general availability, we'll introduce Unity points, which can be used for various AI actions within the assistant and generators. And well, it's basically that. So right now there's kind of like no official cost for this, but it's not something that's gonna be like $5 a month probably, at least if you want to have to actually be able to use it a lot. So it's what it is. Or okay, you even have like not official solutions for this. For example, we have this one that is called Bezi. Once again, not paid for I've not been paid for any of these platforms, but well, this is a kind of similar, or well, it's still something that you directly integrate here. As you can see, you ask it whatever it is, and it already has access to all your scripts, to all the game objects, so you don't have to be giving any kind of context. You can just say, okay, add this to this script, and the AI will automatically understand everything. And well, it basically here you have the changes that has done. You can accept these changes, reject them, do whatever you need, and it's basically over there. We'll also check out the pricing here if you want. They have a free trial with just 50 credits, 2 pages per project, all new assisting features. You have the Pro, which is 16 months billed annually. You have something like 500 credits, but you have an advanced version for something like $50 with way more credits, for example. So well, this is what we have currently. I want you to comment your opinions down below on this topic, and I'm gonna be reading you. So subscribe for the channel for more content like this, and I will see you in the next one.